Stay Bombad. Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What's going on, Bombad fam? We're back in your ears.
Oh, we're back. We're back, baby. Here we are. Have you missed us? Have you missed
In
us,
your
baby
ears?
bird? I haven't
In
done
your
that in a little while.
ears?
Have you, baby bird? Hey, baby birds. It's okay.
No,
Your
this is a
daddies are
big deal
back.
for us, Jerry. We're
This
back
is.
and on the podcast feed. We haven't done this in quite some time, so I'm super excited to say that we're turning to form, and this is going to be our debut episode talking about what we expect from Star Wars in 2024. You feeling good, bud?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. And
Good deal.
what less controversial topic can we possibly talk about than what we expect from a major brand in a new year? I'm excited. I'm excited to do this.
Me
I'm
too.
also excited to have. Let's see, I got my little soundboard here that you guys
How
are probably gonna
exciting.
hate. Here we go. It's gonna. Here we go. We're back, y'all. Oh yeah. No, please. It's fine.
wow.
It's fine. Isn't that nice?
How exciting. It is actually very nice. You know, the
very
Bombad
cool.
Cast has always felt like a morning radio talk show. And here we are, very excited to say that we're kind of going to emulate that feel because we've always done live shows these past like 4 to 3 years, 3 to 4
Been a long
years.
time.
It's been a long time. And I'm very excited to say that this return is special for us because it is going to have different feels in terms of what we do. And you don't always need to expect us to do live shows anymore. Now you can catch us on the flip side with more discussion based stuff instead of less interactive stuff, you know, kind of like we do on the actual live show. And we're also rebranding Bombadcast on Thursdays to Bombad Alive. So it's gonna be different. I'm very excited. We got some logos in the works as we speak. So maybe we'll get
It's still gonna be like we brand it as as we bill it as a live YouTube experience, but
Yep.
it's just gonna be that, hey, that's Bombad Live now.
Yep.
And so yeah, no, listen, we're here. We're trying to give you more bang for your buck. And speaking of bucks, we have a lot of look, we're doing a podcast. We have to do segues now.
we
right?
have to. I
Right?
forget about
We have to do
segues.
We have to do segues. But yeah, no, guys, we have a Patreon as
Yes, we
well.
do.
If you want to go over there and listen, what is it, like $5 a month right now or something?
Yep.
Like how much is that
Mhm.
now?
I
$5 a
think
month.
it's $6.99 if I'm not mistaken.
$6.99, and you get access to all the stuff that will be there eventually. It will be there.
Yes.
We promise it will be there. We have a
We're
lot of
working
like
on
really like
things.
wonderful people. Me and Scotty are like still committed to working that out and
Heck
everything
yeah.
like that. We've just, it's like, oh no, they're coming for us now. Well, it may not work out too much. We've gone too long without posting on Patreon.
Yep.
We've
But
gone
we can
too
say
long.
this. We've got a producer now, John Shaw, and he's going to
We
be helping
do.
us distribute a lot of stuff, and we'll be doing ads hopefully soon. We'll be doing a lot, and I'm very excited to say that we've got some fun things in the works. Live shows are going to become more interactive. This is going to become more discussion based, and we're going to have some guests on here.
Yes.
And I think we should give the thing that people are waiting for, the discussion. So we're talking about what to expect in 2024 from Star Wars. And let's be real. There hasn't been much like straightforward said or announced about what we're getting besides like Bad Batch season 3. We know Acolyte
Right.
was announced, but like it hasn't, there's no trailers at this point of uploading, which is going to be the day of recording is January 4th. So
We'll just let him in behind the magic. He could come behind the wall with us here.
2024. Yeah. So we are still in the dark. You never know. We may tomorrow's a Friday. We maybe get a trailer tomorrow or something crazy. So the things we have to look forward to, I'll list them right here. I text them to Jerry. It's Bad Batch, Outlaws, Acolyte, and Skeleton Crew. Yes. And all these things are very different from one another, which super excites me. No new Grogu this year. Maybe we'll see. Maybe Skeleton Crew.
They're going to be filming, right? Or
yes,
something.
They will be,
I guess unless
season 4 of the
stops...
movie. I don't know.
Yeah, if he stops
know.
into Skeleton Crew, which we
Yeah.
don't know if and listen, since studios decided to not pay their
Yes.
workers a fair wage, a lot of stuff has been kind of pushed back. But that's the nature of the beast and everything like that. But you know what? My prediction for 2024 right now.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry. There's no
I'm just
way.
kidding. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it's fine. No, I just wanted to use the toilet
It's some
sound.
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
blame you.
I've got ADHD. It's fine. But no, we're gonna have a little bit of setback with some of these things, so we may not get everything that we're thinking. But we've got I think you said Bad Batch season 3.
That's guaranteed.
Almost,
we knew that.
It's almost all but confirmed.
Yes, that
I mean, they're
I think it's
teasing it
coming out
already.
soon. Yeah, I think it's coming out.
They're teasing it. Like
they're already doing
like
articles and stuff.
We're really bad at podcasts again, guys. So
No,
we're
we're
trying to
not.
work on it. No, isn't Outlaws as well? The
Outlaws is that game
that
is
has
also
been confirmed
straight up
for
confirmed.
late 2024, right?
Yeah, that we're getting. I'm gonna have to buy a PS5.
You gotta get on that.
Acolyte, we don't know when. I'm hoping end of the year, maybe even summer. It'd be nice if we got summer. And Skeleton Crew, I think, is the only one that I'm actually unsure on. I think Skeleton Crew, there's like no locked date yet. I think we were told like it'd be sooner rather than later, but I think it's gonna be later. They can maybe tie in some more stuff with with what we got in Mando season 3. Maybe we're gonna get in future projects Ahsoka as well. But let's start off with the very first one, Bad Batch, which is our favorite, if I'm going to be honest with you. That is our I love Bad Batch. Bad Batch is something that you and I hold so near and dear to our hearts. A couple of other friends that we associate with, they're not so keen on it like we are, but I mean, Bad Batch is like worthy of anything for me. I love Bad Batch.
Yeah, I'll throw him under the bus. It's Michael McBoy. Michael McBoy hates Bad Batch with a passion for the only no reason except for that he hates found family. I think that's got to be the only reason. Yeah.
But look,
hates fun, hates found family.
You can even see it. I've got my Bad Batch poster from Celebration 2022.
Yes.
And
so good.
I love this last season. And this is one of the few shows besides Rebels that we know has a definite ending. We know season 3 is the final season. And we were left off with some pretty insane cliffhangers. We watched all these characters go through the ringer. Tech died. So we've got all these things to have to pick the pieces up from, Omega and Crosshair, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they both on Mount Tantus right now too? Is that the scenario?
Yeah. And we've got Omega's sister is that one technician that we've been seeing the whole time. Kind of talk, which is it's a lot of different levels. I think I was one of the people, and I mean, it's have your story, and end it when it needs to end. And obviously, these characters go on because I mean, look at Ahsoka, look at Mandalorian, look at all of those things. Even Rebels, we had characters continue into that. So as long as they're not toast,
I don't know, man. These could be the only characters that they might just they might just end it because none of those characters are in these subsequent shows that happen later in the timeline. None of them, not a single one of them, except for Rex. But Rex is a mainstay at this point. None of them are.
I mean, they could still be out there somewhere. Maybe they're back on their what was the name of the planet that we thought was a giant lovable lug?
Yes.
Was gonna be
oh god
anyway
Jesus.
Boppo or something.
Yeah, that's it. That was a great episode.
It was something like that.
Something else to look forward to. I can almost guarantee you we're still going to cover Bad Batch individually in 2024 as well. So if you like those little live streams, we may even do live watch alongs. We're trying to figure that out right now. But Bad Batch has always been a show that you and I bonded over because I think number one, it's animation. You and I went to the season 7 panel of Clone Wars in Chicago. Do you remember that?
Yes.
5 years ago? Good Lord. And they teased Bad Batch. We watched a little bit of that Bad Batch episode, remember? Because that was an arc that had been cut, and then now it came into existence in season 7. And the show, I'm gonna be real right now, is top tier Star Wars animation. Literally, absolutely. Visually, it is like watching a Pixar movie. It is stunning. So much detail.
I don't know if they're gonna keep it to that era.
Yeah,
because we've got a couple of different shows.
Yeah.
We've got the Tales of the Jedi and the Bad Batch, and Oh, I'm trying to think if we got anything else in there.
Well, we've
like,
got Young Jedi Adventures, but that's its own style. You know
yeah,
what I mean? That's its
well,
own.
that's yeah. Well, we got. I'm saying because like even Rebels had a different style and everything.
That's
This
true.
is like that Clone Wars esque style, that like painted almost like Thunderbirds esque style. I would be fine. Honestly, I'd be fine with them doing just all animation under that style of animation. I mean, I love them going off and doing their different things, but I would love to just to see like make a show, like I said, like everyone, the one that is the bottom low hanging fruit, that is the Luke's Jedi to like Luke's Jedi Academy, that everyone is like thinks that they're special for saying, oh, what if we did a Luke's Jedi Academy series animated? But if you could have that, like, can you imagine that in the?
But that's also it's a good
style?
point. If we know that Bad Batch is ending, they're not going to just stop animation as an entire form of telling the story. So like we are guaranteed more animated stories, and right now they're working at high capacity because we know there's a Tales of the Jedi. That's the one thing we left out. Tales of the Jedi season 2, I think maybe coming out this year. We know there's some stuff in the works. There's some stuff in the works, so we know that is a fact. But in terms of, I know, oh god, I want that
Tales
too.
of the Jedi. Honestly, Tales of the Jedi might be my favorite thing they've ever done.
Give us Balin. Give us Balin, man. Give us like a Balin like arc. Are you kidding me?
Beautiful.
God, and those episodes are so cool and bite size. It does so much for canon. Oh man, and you know what? Bad Batch. Another thing I can say does so much for canon because like last season we got the Zillow Beast, right? And then we got all these weird
that everyone has been looking for like a decade. Everyone's like, where's the Zillow Beast?
Right here.
Zillow Beast.
Right here. And then we got that really weird
right here, baby.
What was that weird force area with a big old force creature? That big animatronic thing that walked across. It looked like it was from Fallen Order. It looked like one of those.
It looked like a Zepho type thing.
God bless, man.
Something like that.
Oh,
some kind of giant walker type of things. That show has a lot of really cool just concepts that they're kind of working through. And honestly, I personally, I'm selfish. I would love for it to go for like 3 more seasons more or 5.
Me too.
You know, I would love it to go and just keep going and show them like kind of figuring things out. But I understand we've got to come to a conclusion.
Give Brad Rao and Jennifer Corbett some more things to work on. Do not let this be their last product. This has been.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be because I think that we're going to. I honestly, as soon as Bad Batch is over, we're going to get, I think, a tease or an announcement.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe they'll hold it off until 2025 for Celebration, I guess. But I mean, there's got to be something else down the pipeline, and honestly, it's got to be something different than Tales of the Jedi, because Tales of the Jedi is like it's already happening concurrently, and it's not like a 30-minute or a 20-minute episode show. Like you said, it's bite-sized episodes. It's just here's some little canon stuff that like we're like working out here.
It'll make your brain feel funny.
Yeah, they make your brain feel real good.
It really does.
Oh, they love it. They love it so much.
Yeah, no, Bad Batch, I'm pumped for. We can move on to the next one too. Let's talk Outlaws. Now, you have a PS5. And I do not.
And my address is no,
I don't have one, and I may have to come pay you a visit and play it, or I might have to just go ahead and buy one. But Outlaws,
honestly, both cost about the same amount of money, probably.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, a flight to go visit
Jerry.
You
can come see me, or you can buy a PS5.
But then that doesn't include the game. The game itself probably be like $60-$70. So you got to consider that.
It's going to be closer in that $70 range. They just are getting closer and closer to that. So
they really are. But I am beyond pumped for that game because it's considered an open world game. So we're thinking like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption. You even got it like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Just like you have all these options you can pursue. There may be some aspect of linear storytelling, but it's not as linear as a game like Fallen Order or even the Battlefront 2 campaign.
And I haven't played this game, but it's probably going to be more akin to Starfield.
Oh, Starfield, yes.
Because that's technically an open world, right?
Yeah.
You can So you've got a few planets to visit and everything. Yeah. Like that might end up be what it's going to be like a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping that they are pushing the boundaries with this one.
I think they will. It's Star Wars. They have a big IP.
It feels like they are.
But what's really important to acknowledge too, I think on a personal level, is that it's very much based on the choices events that take place because you interact with Jabba. I know that for a fact, which means I'm sure in some prospect you interact with Boba Fett. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's got because Boba was in wasn't he in Fallen Order Survivor or sorry Jedi Survivor?
Yes.
I think he is. I think he is.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
what does he
It's
even
been a
do in
minute since
that
I've
game?
played. Yeah.
What does he even
I
do in the
forgot.
game? Okay, you forgot. That's okay.
It's he's like he's not part of the main story. He's like
Mhm.
it's like a side quest type of thing.
Oh, okay.
They made Boba Fett a side quest. Oh my god!
Oh my
Can
god,
you
kill
believe
myself.
that?
Yeah, who would have thought? But no, I know Outlaws. You've got crime syndicates running against you. If you go against one, they will have like a retaliation essentially, and like
Yeah.
there's a lot of control that's going on, and that to me like that's super exciting because that
Yeah.
makes Star Wars so much more of a you experience. You got a cute little guy that like runs with you. What is he again? Is
Yeah.
it not a
I
loth cat?
forget
It's
what
some
it is.
sort of
Like
it's an
a little
axolotl thing.
axolotl,
Yeah.
whatever I don't know what you call those things, but
Yeah.
yeah, like a little puppy lizard.
And
It's great.
you play with the droid too, a big old sexy
Yeah, big old
commander droid.
sexy. Ooh, yeah. We got a big old sexy like a Michael McCoy droid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
we love a Michael McCoy droid. Hello.
BCPO.
Listen,
Go watch our live
droids
stream.
droids wearing clothes, a little too much. It's
Little too
it's too
much?
much. It's too much hot. Too much hot.
Oh, really?
It's too hot.
Sexy? That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
too sexy. I'm just no, I love it. I love it. I'm not upset.
No, I know you're not upset. I think you're excited, if anything. But
Very
no, yeah,
excited.
this game is going to be one of those next gen games in terms of like what you can do. I think it's going to expand the Star Wars lore a good bit. I know Matt Martin's working directly on it. There's a couple of people that have their hands involved in it, and storytelling, especially at video game level for Star Wars, has been absolutely incredible. Like, honest to God, there have been no misses in the storytelling on Star Wars video games recently. And we've only had 3 like actual games besides Squadrons count. So 4, right? You've got 5.
Squadron. Well,
1,
I mean, and Battlefront 2 had a
1, 2,
story mode.
Survivor, Fallen Order, and Squadrons.
If you're counting stories
Yeah.
and everything like that, then like Battlefront 1 didn't really have like a story.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I think they've been pretty solid so far too, personally.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
like I've enjoyed like the Battlefront 2 storyline. I thought was excellent. I thought it was like very cinematic.
Yeah.
The Squadrons was a lot of fun. We got to
Pretty
see
good.
Hera
Yeah.
and all that. It was great. But yeah, no, it's
the Survivor game and
there's
Fallen
no
Order.
misses. There's no misses.
It's where it thrived. Those stories are insane. And like, obviously you're not playing a Jedi this time around. You're playing more of like a gunslinger, Lone Ranger kind of type. And I like the fact that it's going to be, at least for me, it's going to be a game that you can put yourself into rather than just being a game where you experience the story. You become part of the story. This is almost like, it feels like they're going to market this game pretty nicely in terms of like, when Galaxy's Edge launched in 2019, they're like, be a part of the story. Like, I think this open world natured game has a more of a engagement than like something like Galaxy's Edge or what was the theme? What was the damn hotel that cost so much money? The Starlight Express,
Star Cruiser.
Cruiser.
It was the Halcyon, but it was called Star Wars Star Cruiser.
Yeah, like I think that was probably, they thought everyone could afford it and do it, but obviously not the case because they closed that thing down in September. So like,
let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone talks a big game about like they really should have made it cheaper, which yes, you should have made it more affordable. Yes. But at the same time, I would have, oh God, that looks so cool. It looks so damn cool.
And it's so funny.
Do it so bad.
It's now an exclusive experience. Like, Jerry, with all the money we could have saved from like everything that we do, like if we put $100 away, we still would not have been able to afford. There's just no way.
No, not every night.
Because it pays for 2 nights and I think park admission, and that's it. And like, you're
we
not
would have
including
had to wait for the
airfare.
kindness of like 500 more patrons.
Yes.
To go. So.
And we can no longer experience, which is funny because I think they put a lot of time and effort into that. We know a lot of people that worked on that creatively, and I'm just part of it, man. And that's one thing you cannot expect in 2024. But Outlaws is one thing that you can. So get hyped
Absolutely.
for that. You can hype for it. So the next thing, before we get to the big one, when's the big one? That's one of my favorite. Do you ever watch? What do you ever watch? What is got Martin Short's character that he does, the one that interviews all the famous celebrities? He used to do it.
Oh, Jiminy Glick.
Yes, and he asked Spielberg.
Jiminy?
Jiminy Glick. That's it. He asked Spielberg. He goes, "When's the big one?" That always made me laugh. When's the big one? But no, the discussion for the big one in a second. But my next on the docket, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. Is it coming out? Is it coming out? Or
I don't
I'm
think
kidding.
it's
And nothing's going down the toilet. I'm sorry.
No.
I just am trying to find excuses to use the toilet. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I don't think any of these went on the toilet. I think that one is definitely releasing.
Nothing.
And we know it's from the same creators as all the most recent Spider-Man films. So like you've got a really good creative team working on a project with Favreau and Filoni that's going to tie into the Manoverse, and it's all about kids. And this is the weird thing. Still haven't gotten an official trailer for that. I think you and I have both watched the leaked trailers and everything. We've got a baby.
Lucasfilm is listening.
What's Max Rebo's species?
Oh, Ortolans.
Yeah,
everyone is complaining. Like
Ortolan.
everyone on there's an entire group of people that would hate that beanbag toy because it has arms. And so listen, Ortolans can have arms, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
They don't have arms. There was a maquette without, and then we have these little things in the toys, and it's fine. We can have both.
We can have both and live.
You can have your arms and eat them too. It's fine.
Yeah, no problem. But no, I agree. I think having a child Ortolan is going to be a good way to sell the series, and we know it's apparently it's based off not based off, but the actual Simpsons episode Grammar Rodeo was the episode that is about Bart and all of his friends from school going on their own adventure, and that was Grammar. I think it was Grammar Rodeo. I believe that's it. Was the working title for the show. So, I mean, you've obviously got some fun feels. I'm going to go watch an episode after this stream, actually, and even maybe look at, what they mean by that. But I love a good kids show. Stranger Things in space. We know we're going to see like houses and stuff. It's going to be like suburban life in Star Wars.
I forgot about that. Little like the weird suburban-ish area, which is kind of interesting. I think that's going to take a lot of people out of it, but at the same time, I love these new. It feels very fresh.
Yes, it does.
It feels very fresh. It feels very. I'm excited to see what they do with that.
See, and like Andor showed us like industrial. Gothic almost lifestyle of some of these characters, and like
Coruscant never felt more real than an Andor. And I know like we joke around. I think people think that we hate Andor on the show, but we love Andor.
Yes.
We love Andor.
But it's important to acknowledge,
if you listen to the show, we love everything. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We love it all, but most importantly, we know what we like. And Skeleton Crew, I think, has the basis for what we really like.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of another found family, and we know that it's not. Is it Jude Law? Is that who's in this? I think
Jude Law is going to be in it. So yeah, it's going to be the kids like having to take over, right, for some grown-ups or something.
And he's apparently a Jedi, or he's got Force powers, which we've only seen a single still of Jude Law and Skeleton Crew so far, and it's like him face up against a pole. So like I wonder, how they're gonna do this, because I like the idea of him not being a Jedi and him like faking it and the kids like figuring it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I like this being a show without any Force. I mean, like again, like that was kind of Andor, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know. Like it was like I'm with you. I kind of don't want him to have it, but I'll be listen. I'm here for the ride. It's Star Wars. People have the Force. It's fine, and we know that everyone has the Force.
Yes.
No. So
yes, and it's funny. I have hopefully by the time this airs, it'll be recorded, but and done, and maybe get posted. I have a midi-chlorians video essay that I'm very proud of that everyone should go and listen and watch. I may even upload the actual audio to the podcast feed so get more ears on it. But we talk about that in the video essay. It's all about how George, had intentions for everyone to be able to use the Force, and that whole moment with Sabine during Ahsoka is a perfect example of it. That you can tap into it if you train and you focus on it. It's very Dave, very George, and this show's made directly with Dave and Favs in mind, and they're working as a crew on this project, and we know it's going to tie into Mando because we've got what was the pirate's name? Bane.
Oh, Big Daddy Vane.
Vane, he's going to be in. Oh yeah, Vane is going to be.
We love Vane.
Yeah, he's going to be in this show as, I believe, one of the villains, and we don't know where this takes place. We really don't know much about it. That's the one thing I will say right now is I don't like that we are very much in the dark for Star Wars in 2024, and there's things you can look forward to. Yeah, that's why podcasts like us exist, because we know what's coming up. We do the research for you, but most importantly, we're here to give our commentary on these things that we find to be pretty important. I mean, look, I'm gonna be real. Watching these shows helps determine what we talk about on this channel. Most importantly, it kind of regulates my mood a little bit. And as of right now, I'm kind of antsy. I want to know what we're getting, I really
Scotty
do.
is on a 12-pack a day habit again.
It's
honestly, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, he's got a huge stogie in his mouth right now. Yeah,
wish you could see it. It's massive.
12 pack of water a day. Yeah,
12 pack of water a day. But I mean it, man. It's like you've got something to look forward to when these things are coming out. And Skeletor is the only one we know that's like a little on the if side. We don't know exactly release window and stuff. And I'm excited to say this. One thing I completely failed to mention. We can move on to the next subject. I want to talk about Acolyte, but we got to talk about this before. They're starting to film the Rey project, the Jedi Academy project in February. What? Dude, that's gonna be insane.
For my birthday.
Oh yes, for your birthday.
Yes.
Your birthday's the 28th. No?
Yes.
Good job.
Oh,
good job.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yours is this year. So
yes. No, I love that. I love that is a thing we can actually talk about and hype up now.
Yeah.
The Rey Jedi Academy project? Are you kidding me?
It's insane. It already pissing off the right people. It's great. It's fantastic. Man, I think that's one of the things that I think back when we were doing more regular like podcast content and everything, I was talking about like immediately after a couple years after Rise of Skywalker came out, I was like, let's continue these characters.
Yep.
Like I'm ready for more. And it's going to be, what is it, like a decade after set?
Yeah. A decade after, which is going to be, it's so weird. We're a decade out from whenever we met Daisy Ridley. By the time that movie probably premieres in 2025 or 2026, whatever. I know, which is so surreal because
it's weird.
In 2015, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Force Awakens and then TLJ is like a 6-hour difference, barely, if that. And then between TLJ and Rise of Skywalker, I think, isn't it a year or something? Or is it like 6 months? So like Rey,
something,
Daisy Ridley would have only aged 10 years, really, if you think about it, real life wise. So they might not have to put any makeup on her. She might just look a little bit gradually aged if they start filming in February.
I mean, a decade doesn't do much. I mean, I'm not a good example because the decades have utterly like a freaking glacier through a rock field.
Mental health through all of it, right?
all of that.
I tell you what, all of it. PCPO.
Wait. Oh, wrong one. I don't know what to play for that. Mental health. Sure. Yeah.
But no, Rey project, man. It's so hard to say that and not think about it. First female director for an actual movie, so that's exciting. On a personal level too. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. And you're right. It's already pissing off the right people, which is so funny to say. Took 2 seconds.
They were pissed off because the whole they're sharing screenshots of like all these look, you've had all of these movies with women in them, and it's like we can cuss on the podcast, right? You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot!
You just missed the point,
idiot.
Yeah,
we like it's the first woman to direct a feature film. Is what she's saying.
Yes.
If you would take 2 seconds to read, even though we know you
And
all cannot read, none of you.
I
Can
will
read.
say one very important thing, and people have
Hope
their
you're
thoughts on
listening to
this,
this.
and they're allowed to have their thoughts on this. But Dave Filoni has also been, promoted to the role of like creative executive, and so he has oversight on things they should not do with this, set of shows, movies, books, whatever it is now. So it all goes across his desk, and I think that's an incredible thing. Personally, I think he's a good person to consult, and there may be some more consistency in terms of tone and connecting stories. And I mean, this is a dream project for me because it's set beyond what we know about the Skywalker saga, and it could totally step its foot into new territory. I pray to God there's no First Order. I hope that's done. If there is, there's like a tiny remnant.
Second Order.
God, please, Jesus, or the Final Order. Like, just get rid of stormtroopers entirely. No more
fucking stormtroopers. I want them gone.
Me too. Jesus.
Yes, and finally, we can get some confirmation that Rey did not stay on Tatooine.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah. There we go. We're good.
And also, John Boyega, please just come back as Finn.
Make that man a Jedi.
Don't make it a cameo. Make it a full role. Like there's
make
things.
Him a Jedi.
I hate being
second in command.
You get this. You hate having wishful thinking and like hyping things up that possibly couldn't happen. But damn it, like I just know there's so much potential for this movie to rock our world because we're sequel trilogy fans through and through. We have been since we started this podcast, and before that. We just
the reason why both of us are in this space.
This is it.
Like I went to Star Wars Twitter to find people who actually liked talking about Star Wars.
Boom. And now we found each other 5 years later. 5 years later.
5 years later.
The Rise of Skywalker was the birth of this entire Bombadcast empire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
it always has been.
Rise of Skywalker, was what forged us in fire, and
it did
also gave us monetization on YouTube. So
yes, it did. Thank you, Rise of Skywalker. Thank you for letting me cry. But
thank you, Rise of Skywalker, and Scotty's wonderful facial expressions. Thank you.
I couldn't help
and
it. That was an insane moment. But
so
yeah,
crazy.
No, we've got that to look forward to. I think the best thing we get to look forward to in terms of that movie is simply the fact that we get Daisy Ridley back in this role that I think we all love. And now, you've got Eleanor, Jerry, you've got a kid that's grown up. And by the time, Eleanor's probably like 8 or 9 years old, Rey will be back in theaters and you can go take her to see Rey, a character she's only grown up with probably as a character she watches at home.
Kind of a background character. She's not, she hasn't quite caught her yet. Not quite like Ash Ketchum has caught my daughter's attention.
No,
in Pokemon.
That's taken over your life.
That is, we're a Pokemon household right now. Anyway, this is not a Pokemon podcast.
Not yet. I want to talk about our final subject of this first podcast back, and that's the show I think I am so hyped for. And I think you and I for different reasons, which is crazy because I'm not okay. So it's Acolyte. And the reason why I say that is because Jerry is so in tune and in sync with everything High Republic related. I am not. But what I do like is this is they keep saying, and I'll let me pull up the pitch just so I can read it out loud. Acolyte synopsis.
And while you're looking that up, I just have to say this has been my most anticipated for a couple years now.
Dude, same.
Especially since the High Republic first came out as well. It came out listen, I was getting divorced when the High Republic came out, so it was in prime region to have something to take up my time. And I can't recommend it enough. I can't recommend it enough.
I know, and I like what I've read. I do. I seriously do. I just can't wait to be drawn more into it. But that's the thing. This show has the potential to be a way to get people into that set of stories. Like seriously, that could be
for real.
Look, Max River wants to hang on for dear life.
Look, he's hanging. He is in there
by his foot. Look at him
hanging by his whole pussy. Look at that. Oh my god.
But no, in all seriousness, though, this is the description. This is from space.com. I don't know how legit this site is, but it says the Acolyte's been described by Lucasfilm as a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. In this story, a former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master in order to investigate and solve a series of crimes. But the Jedi will reportedly encounter sinister forces that pose a threat to both Jedi and the Republic. You know what? I don't mean to be this wishful thinking, and I know Leslie Headland's a big fan of the EU, but good Lord, if we get Plagueis in this shit, I am going to be over the moon, because we know this. Leslie Headland is doing her best to make sure people that are non-binary are in this, people of color are represented.
This is the most
of aliens.
This is the most diverse cast.
Yes,
I think that we've had in a Star Wars project to date.
Yes,
and it's necessary. And again, hopefully they get to play their gender and stuff
Yes.
in that.
Yes.
Like, I hope that that's a part of the plot. Like I said,
God.
make the right people angry, make them angry.
Yep.
But just the thing about the High Republic that is so great is that it is the whole innocence lost. You're watching in real time as the Jedi go from this very hopeful organization, more hopeful than even in the prequels. I mean, honestly, let's be honest. In the prequels, they seem like they're kind of
they're weird.
They seem very like closed off. They seem like they're very like they've seen some shit, and this is the shit that they've seen.
Exactly.
And you get to this point, I am just hoping, and I know this doesn't mean anything to you yet. I'm hoping that the Jedi Master we're talking about is Vernestra Rowe.
Oh, well, I can tell you this much. I know Carrie-Anne Moss is in this series, which is so exciting. I've been rewatching Matrix, and like, she's such a good actress. And look, I'm gonna be real, she's so sexy. Good. She's so sexy. And like, I want nothing more, because she was amazing in Matrix 4, even though I did not like that movie. She was amazing in that movie. She was great as Trinity. And
she was fantastic.
Let me see who else is in this. I cannot. Oh, yeah, because they've only dropped one thing. They've only dropped that one photo of Leslie Headland, but we've got Amanda Steinberg and Lee Jong-jae, and he was in Squid Games. And he was the main role in Squid Games. So, like, you've got two people that have already made waves, and they're going to be doing their own, like, oh, man, I that makes me so excited. And Amanda
fresh.
Steinberg, I believe, had a mall shirt on at Celebration as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, so exciting. And Jonas is also in this as well as a big Wookiee Jedi. So
we've seen like pictures of that Wookiee, I think, now and everything. It's man, it looks so good.
It looks so good. And Leslie Headland did a great job with
I love it.
Oh, the man bun and the braids. Dude, Leslie Headland did Russian Doll. And if you haven't seen that show on Netflix, it is top tier storytelling. And like, it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like a Groundhog's Day kind of idea. And like, it's just done better, more organic, more authentic. And like, I just love the idea that we've got a character and a person like this that's going to end up, I said character, I should have said that. A person like this is going to be creating Star Wars, who is relatively close to our age. Let me see how old Leslie Headland is. This is one of the youngest creators we have right now in Star Wars. Let me see, Leslie Headland. I
don't know. By the time I'm turning 37 this year. So.
She's 44. 44.
Wow. Really?
I know. Yep. 44. She's like JFK's age. And like right there, man, like that's crazy to me, because like everything has been somewhat over 50, or it's been George who's grown up with it. And other people that have came and directed, but this is our first like real young writer. I don't think did Gareth Edwards write Rogue One? I don't think he did. He was also pretty young too, but I don't think he wrote Rogue One.
Did he not? I thought he did.
I don't remember. Let me look it up.
I thought he wrote it, but
Rogue One was already rooted in a story that has been alluded to since 77. This within itself is its own thing. And I love the idea that this is the line that got me so excited. It's this. A mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers. That to me is like the total hint at Plagueis. Total hit at young Palpatine. A total hit in an era that people have wanted for years. And it's so funny. Like you were saying earlier, it's all the people that are like, give us Plagueis. And then we're going to get it in this way. And they're going to be pissed and happy. I can't believe we got Plagueis in this stupid SJW show.
Well, like, I'm wondering. I'm wondering because this is still like 100 years or so, right?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
Phantom Menace or something.
Before Phantom
so
Menace.
yeah, so it's I mean, honestly, we might get like what I want is Phantom Menace puppet Yoda that no one likes but me.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Like give us Joe Biden Yoda.
Joe Biden Yoda. Now, my dad always told me,
Hey, corn pop.
Hey, corn pop. No, I think it's really cool though that we are playing in this era of Star Wars, and I don't think any of us ever anticipated we'd get. And this is very martial arts heavy. I can tell you this much. I've watched the leaked trailer, and there's a lot of fighting with the Force
Same.
with your hands. So like it's like using the Force as a extension of yourself in that way.
Even that part at the end of the trailer where there's like a line of Jedi and they all ignite their sabers at the same time. Instant, like I come instantly. Like
of course, because we've always dreamed. We got that in Attack of the Clones, and like we were like, give us more of this, and it's been very light. The most recent one was Ahsoka. We had like a line of lightsabers. That was like only like 4 technically.
Well, to have like this, and it's just something about it feels just more fresh. I don't know the way it's like it's the forcefulness. They're all just like they whip them out and ignite them at the same time. It's interesting, and again, it adds more. Like the more you kind of think about the way that High Republic Jedi look at their lightsabers and stuff, and how they don't use them for duels.
No,
you got to think about that. They don't use them to duel anymore.
Yeah.
They're more for show. Therefore, they're in the series. They're more or in the High Republic era. It's more for like ornate, like we're doing like our ceremonies with these, and it's also it's to protect and stuff. But it's like it's more of a I have this. They're gonna know. Oh, we need to shut it down.
Yeah.
Because it's
I love that.
Just to see them kind of come into their own of like more like we've got to become more of a force, of a police force or whatever. Just the downfall of the Jedi is just.
And I want it to be portrayed. I want to know why in the Phantom Menace everyone's so jaded. I want to know as well. We know Leslie Hannon loves the Phantom Menace. She's talked about the movie several times and likes what the
use
movie
Phantom Menace Yoda, Leslie.
Oh, God, please
use Phantom Menace Yoda.
I just think we're in such a cool time to be able to discuss this and look at this. And, you and I love anticipation just as much as the product. And I think these are the kind of things that keep us, going throughout work, because Star Wars, as fun as it is, everyone's like, it's not real life. You shouldn't put so much time into it. But we have the opportunity to. We have a podcast. We've got friends that we can discuss this stuff with. And I think, honestly, looking forward to things is not a bad thing. And I think we have a lot to be hyped about and a lot to be, our palate needs to be cleaned. It needs to be ready. We need to be able to digest what we're going to get. And I think, I think we just finished recording our first audio podcast in a long time.
Oh my God. We did it.
We just did it.
Oh,
we
finished.
Yeah.
Oh, we just finished.
No. Oh, we got the trap music.
Yeah, we're finishing up with the Pornhub music here. Here we go.
That's right. Yeah. It's easy as that. No, Jerry, I love you. I'm glad we can do this.
I love you too.
I'm very excited. I don't know if our outro music should be Man in the Mirror. Maybe we just say a goodbye and a stay bomb, and we'll just call it that. Does that sound good?
Something like that, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I could say, if you haven't yet, follow us on all of our social medias at the Scott Gerry for me on Twitter. Jerry, what's your Twitter handle?
You can follow me at the Canon Junkie on most things. Follow us at the Bombadcast as well on most things.
At Bombadcast on Twitter, you can see it's in our little box up there. You can't see because you're listening. Right up there.
Yeah, right above me if you were looking at me.
If you're watching this. But it's super exciting to see we're back and we're doing this. And we always have signed off the Bombadcast with their famous catchphrase. And we've got some cool graphics in the works coming out soon. We're going to be uploading a bunch of stuff to our actual our merchandise website, which we plan on revamping very soon. And we've got a lot. Go to staybombad.com for all the information, all the details you can get. We'll be back in your ears. And Jerry, what should they do?
Well, hey, well, first of all, real quick, because listen, we got one more thing to plug because me and you have been on a show by a good friend of the
God,
podcast,
yes.
Michael McBoy. Listen, we got to get back into it, guys. We're trying to get back into it. But Ionized Bastards season 2 should still be coming out while you're listening to this, and we just recorded an episode with
amazing
the
episode.
Wonderful Scotty Gerry here.
Yep.
But yeah, guys. Guesting on that podcast. It's a fun time. But listen, we love you all. It's a wonderful time. It's great to be back with you all.
It's wonderful.
Until next time, we love you. You're great people. Oh yes, we love you. Oh no, they're coming. Here they are. They're here for me. Anyway, stay bombad.